Welcome to my craft table. Hi, this is Jamie Magrich. I'm coming to you from my craft table today. Today I'd like to show you how to make this card. Well, let me turn you down and we'll get started. Hi, this is Jamie Magrich. Welcome to my craft table. Today I'd like to show you how I made this card. Pretty simple one. It's simple stamping. I did use some dies, so I guess it's medium, but you don't need to use the dies. It's pretty simple. And I'm using this new stamp set called Sailing Home, and the framelit, or the dies, excuse me, that goes with it, smooth sailing dies. You can get it as a bundle starting on June 4th in the new catalog. There's a cover of the new catalog, or you can join my team and become a demonstrator and start buying it as part of your starter kit. Let's get started. I'm also going to be using a sentiment out of Itty Bitty Greetings. This has some nice sentiments, but it doesn't have ones that I was looking for. And from the die set, I'm going to be using this rope, this banner, and this little rope knot. Okay, so let's get started. Let's put the card over here so you can see it, or so I can see it. Let's move this basket out of the way over here, and then I can put the card there. There you go. Alright. So what we're going to need some Post-it notes. I have a tuxedo black ink pad, I have a balmy blue ink pad, I have a Pacific Point, and a soft suede. Alright, for consumables, I cut out one of those ropes with real red and a knot with real red. Up here. I have cut out one of those little stitch labels. There you go. I don't know if you can see the stitches. Okay, for the paper, I have a piece of Whisper White, which is 4 by 5 1/4, piece of Real Red, which is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and one of the gold foil edged note cards. Okay, let's leave this one in here. Just trying to see, is one side smoother than the other? Okay, we're going to be using the lighthouse. Let's just bring it in here. The lighthouse, the smaller of the two sailboats. The little birds. Then a sentiment, and this one I'm using Happy Birthday sentiment. The one I did previous is a little hello. It's nail adhesive. For this card I used this makeup brush to blend the ink on, a Stampin' Up Real Red marker, and a Uniball white gel pen to do a little bit of detail work on there. Okay, so let's get started. First thing we're going to do with the Memento ink. Oh, and we need Post-it notes if I didn't say that already. And I'm going to ink this up well. These out of the way so I can actually do what I'm doing. Alright, and I'm going to stamp this over here. Down. Just like to trace it. I don't know why. I'm not sure it really makes any difference. But okay, that's good. Okay. Oops. I need to stamp this onto my Post-it note. Okay. And I'm going to take the sailboat. I'm going to ink it up. that over here. And then I want to get this on the Post-it note. Okay, then I'm going to take my birds. And I want to stamp them over here. About there, I guess. Okay. Since we got the ink out, we might as well do the sentiment. I stamped that one too hard. It's alright. Happy birthday. Make sure it's right side up. This is one of the older stamp sets, the cling mount that I didn't put the label on because it sticks to the block better without it. The new, or the clear mount, I mean, excuse me, the cling mount stamp very well, stick very well. Alright, so we're done with that. Put that aside. Okay, now I've already done it previously. I'm done with this ink. I'm going to take our scissors. We're going to cut out the Post-it note. We're not going to cut this part because we want the sky to be showing through it. Just going to so that any of the parts that are solid, and then the sails, the sailboat, and the sails. And I've already done that for this sake of time. It's on pink, but it's alright. So we're going to put the masks on. I think we want it a little bit higher. Just a tiny bit higher. Okay, and then the boat one, so let's get back here. It's just this pink Post-it note instead of yellow. There we go. Alright, then we're going to take these long Post-it notes. We're going to make a horizon line. And I find it looks better if you keep the rule of thirds, so let's see about there. And you want to line it up with the edge of your paper, or the grid line on your paper. Will work too. So that you have a straight line, because the horizon is straight. Okay, and then we'll take a second one. Line it up with the paper. Sorry, my head's in the way. There we go. Okay, I think that's straight. It's a little crooked for some reason. I wonder if no, that's straight. Alright, so now we're going to bring in the lighter of the two inks, the Balmy Blue. I don't have the new colors yet. I did get a few new things, but I didn't get the new colors. And we're going to take our makeup brush, rub it in the ink pad. We're going to start on the paper to get any harshness off, and we're going to do our sky. That's okay if it's a little bit blotchy, because then it looks a little bit like clouds. Take a little, go around the edges. Okay, we're going to put this color away, we're done with it. We're going to bring in the Pacific Point and we're going to flip our mask over. So that line it up with that horizon line best you can. Okay, I'm going to bring in the Pacific Point. I just use the same brush because it's blue, but you just wipe it off on a one of these microfiber towels to clean it. Okay, I'm going to start the same way. Just be careful when you're going over your masks so they don't lift off. Okay, then I want under the boat a little bit darker, a little wispier, so, and a little bit of those lines in it so that it looks like the water. And under the lighthouse, do the same thing, back and forth. I didn't dab off this corner, nice and dark. I want it darker in the front. This is just a makeup brush. Okay, and we're gonna take it off. Looks pretty good. Actually, I might do a little bit darker up here at this one edge. Okay. And then I'm going to take this darker brush and do a little bit on the edge all the way around. A little bit more darker down in here. Okay, I'm going to lift off the mask. And then it should be white underneath it. Okay, and bring in my microfiber cloth. We're done with this blue. Let me just clean this table up a little bit. Taking with my water bottle. Sorry. A little bit elbow grease. Let me shut you off and I'll. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so to clean the brush, just take your microfiber cloth and you just rub it on the microfiber cloth. And it cleans it. You don't need to use any water. I mean, you can. See, that comes clean. Okay. Then we're going to bring this back in. I have another one that's a lot smaller that I'm going to use to color this with, and the soft suede ink. And I'm going to do this bottom with this soft suede and this little tiny makeup brush. You can use sponges too. Your sponge daubers and all that would work too. I just have these and they work really well. So these are makeup brushes that I bought at Walmart, but you can use they're called life-changing brushes. I've seen them online. Okay, that's all the coloring I'm going to do. And then I'm going to come in with the red Stampin' Up marker, the fine tip, and I'm going to do this stripe on the boat. Oops, I'm covering up my thing here so you can't see it. Stripe on the boat, red. Then there's a spot here on the lighthouse, I did red. I'm not in frame. I just saw my green stripe I put there so I could remember to stay in frame. I did the railings. And this top piece of the lighthouse. It's like roof. Okay, I thought I turned that off. Alright, that's all the coloring. Then I brought in my white gel pen and I just made little squiggly dashy lines down here to look like water, movement in the white cappy water. Don't need much, just a little tiny hint of it. And it's going to get more prominent and darker up closer, so I didn't put any in the back. Alright, that's that part of the card. Then we brought in our little pieces. Now this one, I kind of measure, let's see. Yeah, about 3 inches of this I cut off. I cut it in two, so this space here doesn't have any of the long rope behind it. That way it fit all the way across my card. So I just kind of did that, and I cut it at the angle with the rope so that it went together. And then I have dimensionals for this part, mini dimensionals. Well, actually, I just used the strip for the edge of it and cut strips out of it. Where did it go? This isn't the same one, but all I did was, this edge is wider, so I just cut strips like this. It'll have backing on both sides of it. And then you can cut the little pieces to go, and it'll curve as well. To go behind the knot, and some to go behind our banner. You could use full dimensional or dimensionals on this. I just did it this way so that I could put half this in between it without it interfering. And there. Mini dimensional there. Okay, so there's that part all ready to go. And this piece here, sure, I have the right side up. And I just stuck a piece there. Make sure it's not showing from the front. I stuck a piece there. And then I put one over here. Doesn't really matter, you can cover the whole back. You could just put, oops, I put the wrong part away. Back here. And since you took the back off, you can mold it to the shape. See how it moves? It works well. Okay, these pieces I just glued on with Tombow. So I started at one end. And stay in frame, James. Just a little bit of glue on there. Started on one side. Tacked it down. And took the other piece. Tried to stay in line with that. Like if you want to line it up with a line or something. Okay, then I brought in my bow. What did I do with the label? Stuck to my shirt. Okay. I know where it is. And I put the knot on there. Okay. And I took the banner. Put the banner on. Alright, now this, I'll turn it over. Use snail today. Somebody asked me why I don't use snail. I use the Tombow, and it's mostly because I like the wiggle room. It lets me move things around. And the snail's nice too. There we go. Plus it's a little bit faster. And then we mount this onto the front of the card. There you go. There's a card I just did today. Here's a card I did yesterday. Well, thank you so much for joining me at my craft table. I hope you have a great rest of your day.